Hello, my name is Aida Kuettle, and I'm a UACCM alumni and a UACCM Spanish adjunct faculty for the Division of General Education. And I've been teaching as an adjunct since 2014. I'm going to tell you a little bit about me. And I was born in central Mexico, and the name of the city is Cuernavaca, the state's Morelos. And my hometown is really cool. It has the oldest civil hall still in use in the hemisphere, and it's named Palacio de Cortés. And it was, of course, built by Hernan Cortés. He ordered it. And also the cathedral is about to be 500 years old. So this is a little bit of the central part of Mexico where I come from. And then the cathedral that I'm telling you. And this is the Cortés Palace, which is it's built on top of a pyramid. And it's really, really cool. And it's about to be 500 years old too. This is my family. So I first traveled to United States in 1999, but I didn't make Moulton my home until 2001. And my husband lived here, and I made Conway County my home, my residence. And my 3 children, Karina and Ethan and Dominic, has been living in Conway County since then. And although I've been away from home because I love to travel, I love to expand my worldview, and that's ultimately my goal for my students. I've been very blessed to see other parts of the world where they speak another language than mine, where people think different, eat different food, and it's still okay. There's a beautiful world out there, and this is what I want to see. This is what I wanted to learn more about my own heritage, and then share that heritage with my students. When I returned to college as a non-traditional student in UACCM in 2005, I just was looking for to see that my children see me graduating, and my parents. I was first-generation student graduating from college, and I came to UACCM, and it was the very first time I ever attended school in English, and the very first time I ever attended school in the United States. So it was very challenging, but I found the most supportive system here at UACCM, especially for a non-trad and an ESL student. I ended up working here at UACCM as well. I work in a counseling and disability service office as a work study. Then because I have more time, and I have more time to spend on campus, and I start volunteering at the SGA. I eventually became vice president in 2006, and a president of SGA in 2007. Because of my work with the college and my academic records, I was very fortunate to be a recipient of the Who's Who among junior colleges in 2007, and I was also introduced in Phi Theta Kappa as an honor society for junior colleges, and I graduated with honors from UACCM. And I was very fortunate to complete my school here. I have associate general education, and then I was the first one to graduate from my family. And I'm very fortunate to say that my daughter also graduated from UACCM. She was the very first student in South Conway County School District who graduated with a college degree and a high school diploma at the same time. Then my son, Ethan Kuettle, is also a current student, and I'm looking forward to add his name as an alumni in my little circle. After UACCM, I thought I was done. I was like, I just want my kids to see me graduating, and my parents, and I got a diploma, and I was very happy. And then because of my academic records and all the support system I received here, they pushed me to apply for a transfer scholarship to continue my education in a 4-year college. And I went to UCA, and everything changed into a purple. And I was pursuing a degree in Spanish education with a minor in ESL education, since I'm an ESL student. My college life at UCA, I was part of the non-traditional student, the student organization, and I was vice president of Spanish Club, and I became part of the very first Latino Student Association at UCA. I was also inducted in Kappa Delta Pi as International Honor Society in Education due to my academic records when I was a teacher candidate. And I was a recipient of academic scholarship to travel abroad to Spain in 2018. And this is a picture of my group. This is some of the events that I have. I've been a speaker to the Office of Diversity and the Latino Student Association. Then my journey continued, and I stayed at the University of Central Arkansas and pursued my degrees in Spanish education. And I also have Arkansas teaching license to teach Spanish from K to 12 and to have an ESL endorsement for kindergarten to 12th grade. Also, I thought, well, since I'm here, I need to become the best educator I can be, and I continue going to school and earn a Master of Science in Education and advanced students and teacher leadership, which means that it's a degree that combines the aspects of teacher leadership with the improvement on teaching subject. I also have a master's degree in arts and Spanish literature and linguistics, since I was teaching concurrent credit and AP classes. So I can have more knowledge in my content area and teach higher levels of literature classes, and Spanish classes within the K-12 system. And this is a couple pictures of my the happiest days of my life when I thought I finished school. And then I went from my community college, where I got my go juice, my inspiration of the support system from UACCM. I found the most support system too at UCA. And then from UCA, I ended up in my field. And I will tell you a little bit about what I do in my classroom. So now that I've become a teacher and I can get paid to do what I love to do the most, which is sharing my language and sharing my heritage. I'm just so fortunate that I can do that, and I got a paycheck every month, and it's just fabulous. And I started teaching Spanish in a UCA community language school and the after-school programs and the summer programs I've been teaching since 2010. I was also teaching elementary levels and conversational levels of Spanish when I was a graduate assistant at the University of Central Arkansas. And I also taught there Spanish 1310. Then moved my first job in secondary level on K-12 was at Greenbrier High School, and I was teaching honor Spanish classes there. I was also an adjunct faculty at the same time for the University of Arkansas Little Rock, since I was teaching concurrent credit classes for students in Greenbrier. Then I returned to my alma mater and started teaching elementary Spanish here since 2014. And it has been my pride and joy that I can now be sitting on the other side of the room. You know, I was sitting on the student side for so long, and then I can come and share my experience of how my life, my educational life began here. And I'm glad now I can I see my faculty. A lot of the faculty is still here because UACCM is a wonderful place to work. I guess they love it, and I love it too. And it just makes me happy to come and teach here, teaching night classes here. And then when I returned home, I finally made Moulton High School my home, and I teach honors Spanish classes there. And on the ESL part, I'm also instructor at Moulton High School for the ESL classes, and I'm an ESL coordinator for the South Conway County School District, which is my home as well. Like I told you before, I think it's wonderful that I can share my heritage on a daily basis, and that has been my life and my passion, and I'm very fortunate that I can do it every day with my students. I share my heritage and of course, my language in my classroom, and lessons embedded in lessons. We have field trips and learning opportunities to experience the culture in firsthand. Well, back in the day when we used to do field trips, no, we can't do it anymore. But we have a lot of field experience, a lot of volunteer work with the community as well. We've done several programs where the students can have firsthand experience the culture, like Hispanic Heritage Month and festivals across Central Arkansas, and in partnership with other universities, local universities. I was also so blessed that we have the first Latino Student Association in my high school, and I'm a sponsor of the Spanish Club as well, and we do a lot of volunteer work with the club as well to promote service through the experience in another culture. And I was very fortunate as well too. We have the very first students earning the Arkansas Seal of Literacy last school year, and this is the highest recognition for students who are proficient in 2 or more languages, and that's one of the highest peaks of my education life, that I can promote the students to value the language, learn another language, and actually have a official recognition for it. I also contribute back to and share my heritage to other students who were in my position, who are now Latino students pursuing degrees in several universities. And I continue volunteering in events that teach more about the culture and share the experience of and it is very rich, and I love to see the people that are eager to learn more beyond the Mexican restaurant. You know, like what is the feeling of Hispanic culture, and then of course my family. I want my children to acquire the language, to acquire the traditions. One of the students that I told you that it was recipient of the Seal of Literacy is my own son. So Spanish is a strong commitment. Learning Spanish is a strong commitment in my family. And it has been very fun. I was very fortunate to meet Rita Moreno in the University of Central Arkansas. We have a meet and greet event there, and I can see. I feel like it's a moral obligation to give Hispanic culture a good name, and it was a very special day. So what I wanted to do with this is tell you that I come from a country that we speak a different language, and it's okay. And we still, you can still learn more about the culture and the language, and learn that there are other ways of living, and it's not going to come to divide you, it's going to come to enrich you. So, and that's ultimately my goal with my professional life. I wanted to teach my students that there's a world out there of people that look different and live different, and it's still a very good place to visit. And I want them to know that there are different ways of living, and then we have to become more tolerant about those different. And even here, United States is such an amazing country, because you don't have to go to Spain to go and eat good Spanish food. You can go to Little Rock and eat it there. You can, same thing with Salvadorian food. Same thing with Chinese food. I mean, all kind of ethnic foods. You don't have to travel the world. You can meet people actually from that country living here. So the United States is a wonderful country. It's just like the whole world bringing to your own place. It's very unique. It's very wonderful. And I take pride of living in this wonderful land. I love that I have these wonderful opportunities here. And my alma mater at UACCM, and I'm happy to expand and share that with you. And I hope that if you're a student here at UACCM, that you can move a little, it's like a little steps to your academic goals, your professional goals, and you will find the most valuable support system here. I mean, they took me, I was just here for one summer class, and then I was full-time student the next semester, and then I was involved in one thing and another, and then everything evolves, and they helping me to get everything I need to continue going, and I'm take a lot of pride on calling UACCM my home. And remember that when you're here, when you're a student, when you're learning, I truly believe the highest result of education is tolerance. You will become educated when you become more tolerant to other ways of living and thinking and speaking and everything. So that's a quote that I love. And you can always reach me if you want to take Spanish classes. I encourage you if you want to take any language classes. It's always super cool. You can learn to communicate with others. You can learn to appreciate other ways of living, and it's really cool. And it helps you to appreciate your own as well, to appreciate your own language and your own culture. And this is the place to be. And gracias.